Okay, here we are in Marmoset. I want to show you two things that you may run into, two problems, I guess, that you need to keep in mind when you're baking in here, or when you're baking in general. So first thing, as you can see right here, this is my antennas. I have two, they go along here. I split them, I separate them. And that's because if I didn't split them, let's say they were gonna be animated, extended, be able to extend as an animation, I don't want them to have ambient occlusion casting upon each other. Let's see something like this. So if I were to bake them while they're like this, I don't want AO to be casting onto here and this one casting onto the next, to the next, and to the next. Reason why I don't want that, it's because if they're being animated, you will see this really dark AO right here, which wouldn't make too much sense. Like, let me show you. So if we have this obviously can be animated. It would be able to rotate up and down. But I baked it in its, like, I guess default position. And let me show you what happens when you bake it like that. So, as you can see right here, I have the AO that's coming from the TV and all that stuff casting onto this. And we don't really want that, because if we're animating this, it would be really ugly to show this like this. When you're gonna render your model, if you want to pose it really nice, you kind of don't want this to look like that. It looks pretty bad. So what we do is we split everything away from the main model, except for these they can never move away from the model, really. They always stay here, so we don't really need to play with them. But these things like these, I also split them away from the model because they cast a really dark AO right here and onto these, and I don't want that. So I split them up and I'm gonna click bake. Reminder, this isn't really a baking tutorial, so I'm just gonna go over this real quick. We click bake and we'll see what happens. And here we go. So now if we want dirt here, we can always do it in Substance, paint it manually and all that stuff. And here everything is nice and clean. Second thing I'm gonna show you is this. Let me turn this off. As you can see right here, you have this nice AO, well, kind of nice AO going all the way around. But when it gets here, it cuts off. When it gets here, it cuts off. And I think the reason for that is because of the normal map is kind of skewed. So I'll just show you how to fix that. So you go to your TV, click on low, and I'm gonna click on paint skew. What that's gonna do is, I think it's gonna recalculate. Let me clear the canvas. I think it's gonna recalculate the normal directions and recast based on the new calculation. So we're gonna paint full black, a small size brush, full flow, full sharpness. We're just gonna paint around where the damage is, like so. Just paint full black. Right now I'm doing it with a mouse, so I'm don't have the steadiest hand, but it should work. Like this. Like this. Make sure your brush is small enough so it doesn't bleed over to the other side. So there we go. Something like this. This should be fine. And we can close this out. And you go to bake again and just quickly bake it, and we'll see what's up. Here we go. As you can see, now it recalculates everything and casts a really nice AO the way you would expect it to behave. And here we go, like this. And that is it. Now we can move on to Substance and start setting things up.